Why in the world am I here? This team didn't show up in a playoff series against the Winnipeg Jets. Why in the world should I show up to do a post-mortem on them on their season? Come on, it's gonna be okay. I know this sucks, but this is therapy, and we're gonna get through it together. Yes, Preds Nation, another Preds season has come to an end. Not the way that we wanted to, hoped it would, or expected it would, but here we are. The Nashville Predators lose to the Winnipeg Jets in 7 games. Home ice advantage wasn't the deciding factor like many Preds fans thought it would be, with the home team going 2-5 in this series. That's amazing. There was plenty of blame to go around about why the Preds failed to advance to the Western Conference Final. And contrary to the Canadian media of what I saw, it wasn't all of Pekka Rinne's fault. Sure, it was partly his fault, but there was plenty of blame to go around. Contrary to my prediction going into this series of what I thought would be the deciding factor in beating the Winnipeg Jets, where was the core four? With the exception of Subban with a few clutch goals now and then, Josi and Ellis completely disappeared in this series, much less the playoffs. As well, with the exception of Fiala's big goal in Game 2 in double overtime, where was the second line? I fully expect with this stinger of a season result in the offseason, and with a full season together to come, that second line's going to be a lot better. Major injuries that were being suffered by Preds players as the season came to an end was Mike Fisher with a meniscus tear, and Cal Yarncroke and Ryan Hartman both had shoulder injuries. The latter two should both be ready by training camp. Moving forward into the offseason, much like you've already heard from the front office and the players, I don't think this team needs a lot of changes moving forward. Mike Fisher is set to retire for the second and final time, and Scott Hartnell and Alexei Emlin aren't being brought back. As well, the Preds will have an extra $1.6 million coming off of the books with Eric Nystrom and Barry Jackman's contract buyouts coming to an end. I don't know if Dante Fabro is going to be ready to join this team come October, but I fully expect David Poile to be prepared, just in case, to have a bottom 5 pair D-man signed so that he can take the workload and pressure off of that core 4. And much to the chagrin of the 4th period out of Montreal and any other fan blog that hopes that Subban might return really soon to Montreal, I don't expect Subban to get traded out of Nashville anytime soon. David Poile's work with restricted free agents will be put to the test this offseason. Maybe not as tough as it was last season. This season he has to re-sign Mika Salamäki, Ryan Hartman, and Juuse Saros. Juuse, who is a restricted free agent, and Pekka, who has 1 year left, and he's the same age as me. I would expect Juuse to get a bridge deal to prove himself before he fully takes over the number 1 reins and proves himself that he is worthy of number 1 goalie salary. I'm going to leave you all with a stat that I think is pretty interesting. In the 4 years under Peter Laviolette, the Preds in the playoffs have lost to either the eventual Stanley Cup champion or, as long as Winnipeg beats Vegas, the team that loses to the eventual Stanley Cup champion. In summary, the team's win now window is wide open. And oh, they're so close. They just need to take the experience they have of 3 straight years of reaching at least Game 7 in the second round and use it to propel them to June once again. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching as always. Hit like if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm @CanuckForLiberty, and I'll talk to you next time.